Although none of the news bits from the last week or so are going to be championship winners, maybe not even race winners. They're still worthy of keeping half an eye on for the occasional top 10 bet, or just for the typical field filler stuff. So we want to give them the respect they deserve too. First off, Parker Retzlaff leaving Jordan Anderson Racing. Blaine Perkins took that spot. He'll go to Alpha Prime, and he'll run the number 4, which was taken from JD Motorsports, which is closed. A little bit sad to see the end of JD. I mean, Pocono was the first race that we were at last year. They'd kind of had a falling out. They good memories with them, giving Chastain his break, as
Yes,
well
sir.
as the 4 all painted red, flex seal, flex tape, all those cars. So end of an era there. But Parker Retzlaff, a guy who showed a little bit of promise, not only in Xfinity, but in the Cup Series last year.
Yeah, this is a kid cut his teeth back in Wisconsin for the junior sprint cars. Scrappy driver, specifically on the super speedways, like we saw at Daytona in the Cup Series last year, and in the early season Xfinity races as well, and even on pit road a little bit. This kid's not going to back down, despite the skinny frame. He still packs a punch a little bit here, I think, and started the season, as I alluded to, with 2 top 5s at Daytona and Atlanta, but kind of from a performance standpoint, really went downhill from there, Elliot. 23.5 average finish. I just don't think that's good enough in Jordan Anderson racing equipment. It's not great equipment, but they're pushing for a playoff spot more times than not. He is just 21 though, so can only now pick up a can of Busch Light, can only now develop in his frame a little bit more. And maybe this is a good spot for him, man. Like Brendan Poole, his teammate, is a pro, 15th in the points last season. So I like the upside here for Parker Retzlaff. Hope he can get it done this season.
Yeah, certainly a decent spot to cut your teeth. Like you said, probably not at the same level as Jordan Anderson Racing has kind of gone up into, but certainly respectable enough equipment, at least for the Xfinity Series. Tommy Joe Martin's doing some good stuff over there with Alpha Prime.
Agreed.
Another ride, Latrobe, Pennsylvania native. I don't know why. Garrett Smithley is going to be in the SS Greenlight number 14 next year. Smithley, one of those guys that's been around for a while, spent a lot of time in the Cup Series with Rick Ware, some time in those JD Motorsports cars, getting a full-time ride. I think he's been a guy who's bounced around a lot, getting a full-time ride with the same team, same equipment. Probably going to be good for him as well.
Yeah, Western PA native, as you said, drank from the rivers of the Gainey before moving south to further his racing career. He was in Bandoleros, and then he actually moved to Legends because he got backing from Peachtree City golf carts at one point, Elliot. And he went there after his golf cart was stolen. He had to buy a new one. They sponsored him. There's a little bit of theft protection in there as well for them. So that's kind of a cool story about how he really got his start. And been around the scene, driving shit boxes for a while now, right? Both in Cup and Xfinity since 2015. He was racing with Starcom for a while, BJ McLeod Racing before it was Live Fast, Spire, Rick Ware Racing before they were anything what they are today. 5 top 10s and 180 Xfinity races. 4 of those been on super speedways, 1 on Iowa as well. So I'm rooting for you, Garrett Smithley. Bring it home for PA here. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, man. Love seeing those grinders around in the lower series. Greg Van Alst is another one of those guys as well. He'll race the majority of the races for the Joey Gase Racing number 35 next year. Again, a car that we've seen kind of mid-tier to back-tier of the Xfinity field, but a guy like Greg Van Alst, mid-40s, not like these young kids. He's been around the block a time or two, but it's always good to see those guys. The part of the charm of the Xfinity and the Truck Series is you got the young prospects, you got the lifers, but you also got the old school guys who are really getting their big break.
Yeah, GVA, man, he's kind of a proven to the theory that money talks a little bit, right? Like I was kind of surprised to see that's who ended up for Joey Gase Racing in this 44 car. But he does have 7 career Xfinity runs, average finish of 32.7, career best of 26. Did run a lot of starting parks as well, though. So, yeah, we don't really know what to expect from Greg Van Alst, but probably I don't expect to have him on a betting card this season.
Now that'd be a surprise. I mean, maybe on the super speedways, but yeah, even then. But some
You're
more
getting loose. You're getting loose if you're playing GVA out there.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Maybe DFS. There might be a time when you're going to need some GVA for some DFS. Yeah.
You never know. Certainly could be worse.